I'm standing in the central passage at Mount Vernon. From here, family and visitors could access many of the downstairs rooms, especially the music room. It was expected that children would learn to dance and play an instrument. These lessons were important instruction for their social rank.
I did purchase a harpsichord for my granddaughter, Nellie. And I did so because it is appropriate that a young lady in Virginia society can play an instrument. It raises her standing, it teaches her, and it conveys that she is a cultured young lady.
We have record of Washington purchasing some of the very finest instruments for family members, whether it was Martha Washington's children from her first marriage or her grandchildren from her son and daughter-in-law. The harpsichord as well is really a top-of-the-line instrument. It actually is a dual manual keyboard and has several other sorts of stops and pedals that when she was taught to use them properly could be used with great effect. They could cause swells or crescendos, or to dampen the sound, to soften the sound.
Well, the harpsichord in the home was two things. First of all, it was an object of beauty. It was a piece of furniture. They were beautifully adorned, very nice to look at, but more importantly, to be opened up and tuned and played. And it would be used to entertain family and friends visiting. It would have been used just for the betterment of the children. Children were generally, in the wealthier families, were taught to dance and to play upon a certain instrument.
During this time, a full-bound music book was quite expensive. It was more common for people to order individual sheets of music, which they could later bind together into a book of music.
There's one particular music book that we find very interesting because it has Martha Washington's name written right at the very top of it, but in George Washington's handwriting. And it's a book called The Bullfinch. It's a collection of songs from Scotland and England and Ireland.
So early in their marriage, Martha Washington would also have been receiving gifts of music from George Washington. And I think Martha's role in the musical education of her children and then her grandchildren is extremely important. She seems to have encouraged her children, and I think her grandchildren, to be accomplished with an instrument.
In fact, it has been said that Martha Washington had her granddaughter Nellie practice the harpsichord for hours, where according to her brother, she would play and cry, cry and play. Nellie acquired quite a collection of music, including a work called Waterpiece. Though she only played the harpsichord part of Waterpiece, or Water Music, by George Friedrich Handel, it was written as a collection of orchestral movements, as performed here by the Virginia Chamber Orchestra.
Music was a very important part of Washington's life, despite the fact that by his own admission, he could neither sing nor play any instrument. I think music surrounded Washington, and he seeks out opportunities to hear music, whether it is in the home or at the theater. Or going to other public performances. But certainly here at Mount Vernon, I think music would have been a part of their daily life.